Alright, you are welcome to Joshi Graphical. In today's video, I am going to teach you how to set up your working environment on CorelDraw and how to master the toolbar without wasting much of your time. Let's jump straight to it. So this is CorelDraw working environment. There's some things you need to do first before you start using CorelDraw, before I even explain all of this toolbar. So we have various bars. We have, this is the title bar. We have the menu bar where we have the file menu, edit menu, view menu, and all of that. We have the status property bar, and we have the ruler, and we have the toolbar here, right here, the left part of this. But before then, let me show you something. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is that if you look at this text, you will see that it is actually blurry. It's actually blurry because you have not set up your working environment properly. And to do that, come to this view and change from normal to enhanced. You can see that now it is smoother and it is sharper. So the first thing you have to do is that you must ensure that this is set to enhanced, not wireframe, and not definitely normal. So go for enhanced to have better quality, right? So that aside, as we progress in this tutorial or in our subsequent videos, you are going to learn more about all of these, but today I'm focusing more on this working environment and the toolbar. So on CorelDraw, this is my working environment. Let me show you. This is my working environment. This part that I highlight in green is my working environment. Okay, so it means that whatever I want to design must be within this frame. However, I can still design outside the frame and export it, but just know that whatever I want to do must be within this frame if you are working on a specific project. All right, so that is, by the way, this is the workspace or the Canva, and we have the color palette on the right hand panel. These are color palettes, RGB. You can see RGB, red, green, and blue. So RGB is for social media. Maybe you want to design a flyer for social media flyers, brochures, whatever. For social media purpose, use RGB. But it's for printing, you see NYK. I'm going to teach you more on how to do all of these things on CorelDraw in our subsequent videos. So my purpose or focus today is on the toolbar. So we have the toolbar. On the toolbar, we have the first one, which is the pick tool. As you can see, to select, position, or transform objects. Right, so let me show you how it works. Now, if I draw a circle just like this, you realize that there is a small circle around this cursor. There's a small circle around my cursor, in the sense that I won't be able to carry this because I have not picked the tool. So I have to click on this pick tool if I want to be able to drag this from any side. So that's what the pick tool does. If I click on this small arrow just beneath the pick tool, we have other things which I can add from this part. I can add other things from this part. All right, so I can add other things from this part, but the pick tool, just leave the pick tool just like this and let it stay just like that. So the next thing we have is the shape tool. All right, so the shape tool is to edit a curve object or text character by manipulating nodes. What is a node? Let me show you what a node is. Now let me highlight the parts. Let me show you. This is a node. Let me show you this point here, all these dots that we are seeing, all these edges, all these sides, they are the node. We have a node there, the center node. We have this center node. We have this left node, and all of that is a node. So how do we use the shape tool? The shape tool, of course, is for making curves. Let me show you. If I click on this shape tool and then I drag this like this, it will convert it to a curve. We can see that it has a curve edges now. That's one thing. Another thing is that I can be dynamic with my curve. So assuming I want to curve only this upper part, I will hold Control, then I will drag inward just like this. It only affects this part. And if I want, I can also add the curve to this part. I will just drag it like this. I can add it to this place alone and all of that. But if I want to add it uniformly to all the sides, I just leave control, then I will just drag everything inward like this. It converts it to a curve. I can also use the shape tool on text. Let's assume I have this Joshua Ayomekun like this. For instance, let's see how it works. Let me expand this. Okay, so we have this. If I click on the shape tool, you can see I can drag it for the paragraph, for the spacing. I can use this to adjust the spacing like this, right? Then I can also do it like this. All right, so that is what the shape tool does. It does a lot of things more than this, but we are going to see it in all our subsequent videos. We are going to see the power in that shape tool. Very, very powerful tool in CorelDraw. But for this basic class, this is what you need to know. All right, so we move on to, if I click on this drop down arrow, we have the smooth tool. All right, so the smooth tool is for making our objects smooth, as the name implies. All right, so let me show you. Let me first create an object that is somehow distorted, kind of. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you an object that is somehow distorted. Okay, let's have this. We have this one. So I have all these sides, assuming we have something like this. So let us see how the smooth tool works. If I click on this smooth tool, I can actually use it to smoothen the sides, right? Just like this, just like that, just like that. So that is what it does. Then if I click on this again, I will have smear. As the name implies, smear. The word smear means to spread. Let me show you. Assume I have something like this and I apply the smear tool. You can see, to spread. You can create something unique from this. All right, you can create something so unique, something very unique from this. All right, but that is not our focus, just for you to know what it does. Then we have other ones here. We have the tool tool. So let me show you how it works. If I have a circle just like this, I can use the tool tool like this. You can see I can use the tool tool. I can also apply it on any shape at all. So the tool tool. Okay, so can you see how the tool works? All right, that is that about that. We move on to the next tool, that is the crop tool. So the crop tool, as the name implies, is to crop a section of an object or an image. So if I click on this and I press enter, you could see that we have just this part. That is what the crop tool does. Okay, moving on, we have other ones. We have the knife. The knife is simply to cut an object into two. So let's have a circle here. We have a circle here though. Let me just fill it with this color. Then I pick my knife and then I cut into two. Then pick. Don't forget, for everything you do, you have to click on this pick tool. So you drag this. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so I click on my knife tool. I can drag just like this. I can cut it into two. I can also cut it from here if I want. I can cut it from here if I want, just like this. Pick the tool, then drag it. Break it apart. Ctrl K to break it apart. It's already broken. So we have this. So that is what the knife tool does. Now the next tool that I'm going to explain is the virtual segment tool. So let me show you how it works. Let me just do something here. Let me pick a table like this. I can use this to delete a particular section of a work. So let's say I want to delete this. For those who want to create logo, you will see this in action in some of our subsequent videos. Okay, some of our subsequent videos. Let me show you something here. Let's do this. Okay, let's do something like this. Then lest I forget, there's something that I need you guys to know. When you are setting up your working environment, under this view, you see that we have all these rulers, guidelines, alignment, dynamic guides. Ensure that they are all on so that this will guide you properly when you are doing your design and will help you with your positioning and spacing. So very, very important. So if I click on this, you can see I can delete this part, I can delete this part. So for targeted stuff, that's what we use the virtual segment tool for. Okay, so moving on, we have other ones like that, but the next one here is the freehand tool. So we have the freehand tool just to draw lines. Very, very powerful. I can do something unique from here. I can convert this to curve like this. I can click on my shape tool. Very, very powerful tool. Then select this part, then convert to curve. I can drag it here to create something unique, just like this. Something very, very unique. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Then I can mirror it just like this. I can mirror it, drag this like this. So it helps you create something so unique, something spectacular. So the freehand tool is very, very powerful. It's a very, very powerful tool. Very, very powerful. You can see it's very, very powerful. Can close this curve, can close it, close curve. You can see I convert it to a leaf. So the freehand tool is very, very powerful. All right, so we also have the Bezier tool. The Bezier tool is for drawing curves, right? For drawing curves just like this. People do. You see more of this in our subsequent videos. So this is just a basic class and introductory class in CorelDraw. Okay, so we have other one. We have the pen tool, one of my favorite tool on CorelDraw. This pen tool can also draw curve just like the Bezier tool. I love it so much. There are many things it can do. For instance, let me show you something spectacular about it. If I import a picture, let's say I have this full package that I designed for a client. Now, assuming I want to remove just this part from this picture, I can use the pen tool. I can use the Bezier tool too, but I enjoy using the pen tool to do that. So I'll just use the pen tool. I will drag like this, then come down, right? So come down like this, just drag like this. All right, so I will come drag like this, just for tutorial sake, guys, just for tutorial sake. Okay, so do something like this. Okay, then come like this. So I can adjust the side using the shape tool. I can use the shape tool to adjust the side. Very, very powerful tool. Don't forget I said that earlier. Very, very powerful. The shape tool is very, very powerful. So you can see what I'm doing now. You can see that I can adjust this, adjust. So let's just stop here for the sake of this tutorial. Let's just stop here. So I'll just do something like this. Drag this one inward. So now that I have this. Now don't forget I have this that I use the pen to draw to trace the side I want to remove. So I will click on my shift. I'll hold my shift, then I will click on the whole image. So I'm selecting the two objects now. Then I'll come to this side and I'll click on intersect here. I'll click on intersect, right? So let's see what it does. Can you see? So we have only this. Can you see? We have only this. So the combination of these tools are very, very powerful. Very, very powerful, and that is why I am here to guide you through. So that is one of the functions of the pen tool for drawing curve. We have the polyline. We have the polyline tool. We have the B-spline polyline to draw edges just like this, to draw shapes and all of that, right? So that is what the polyline does. We have the B-spline for drawing curves too. Very, very powerful tool too. Right, so that is what it does. Moving on, we have the artistic media. So artistic media are just pre-designed stuff on CorelDraw. These are just pre-designed stuff, right? These are just pre-designed stuff. I can just come here. Okay, I can come here and I can pick on other things, other pre-designed stuff on CorelDraw. So that is what the artistic media is all about. So I'm to do this. All right, so we have the rectangle. That's for rectangle like this, rectangle. Okay, so for this we have the ellipse tool for drawing circle. Ellipse tool. If you want to draw a round circle on CorelDraw, you see something. As when I look at this, you can see that this is not actually accurate. It's not accurate at all. So for it to be accurate, click on the ellipse tool, hold your control down, then press like this. You can see this is very accurate. So that is the ellipse tool. You can also do something on the property bar. You can convert it to this, you can convert it to this, whatever however you want it. You just, everything is just available here, right? Everything is available. So moving on, we have this polygon tool. Very unique also for logo design. So polygon is a type of shape. Okay, so this one is a pentagon because it has 5 sides, 1 2 3 4 5. I can adjust the shape, the size here. I can adjust it. I can convert it to a triangle, I can convert it to a quadrilateral, I can convert it to a polygon, to hexagon, and all of that for drawing shapes. So there are some design you see that these sides are curved, but don't worry, I will still teach you all of those ones in our subsequent videos, but that will be in another class. All right, so that is that about that. Moving on, we have the text, of course, to impute text. That is what it does to impute text. You can change the property and change the font. All right, you can change the font, you can change the font size to whatever you want. Okay, so that is the text. This thing. There are other things you are going to learn about this in our subsequent videos. We have the table. You want to draw a table just like your MS Word. You can adjust the column, the row, and all of that. All of that can be adjusted from the property bar. Okay, so that is that about that. Then we have the shadow tool. Shadow, as the name implies, you can see I can create a shadow from this. I can also apply it on this. Click on the object, then drag it to any position you want it to be. We have the preset here, we have the preset here. There are so many unique things about this, but don't worry, I'm going to teach you all of this in our subsequent videos. Okay, so nothing to worry about. Okay, moving on. I can break the shadow if I want to see. I can break the shadow. All right, so that is that about the shadow tool. We have the contour, very powerful. So if I want to do something so unique, I want to duplicate this into 2. I want to replicate it like this, but I don't want to do that. I can use the contour tool. Click on the contour tool, then drag this thing anyhow you want it, maybe inward or outward. So it will create this for you, just like this. It will create it for you just like this. If I want, I can increase the size like this. I can increase it 5 6 like that, on and on like that. So very important. I can also apply the contour tool on text. Okay, I can apply it on text. Let me show you how it works on text. So you click on it like this. All those texts that you want to that are very beautiful and decorative, we use contour tool for them. I can change it to only one. I want you to have only one. I can change to 2 if I want to have only 2, and I can break it apart. That is one of the most amazing things. I can break it apart like this, and see I can drag this, I can move from here. I can still break this one apart if I want. Alright, so I can change the color. Just like this. I can change the color, change this one to yellow, for instance. So the contour tool, very powerful tool, very powerful tool. So you can apply it on both text and object. We have the blend tool. Where the blend tool is very unique in the sense that let me show you something. If you have something like this, okay, so the blend tool is to blend object by creating a progression of intermediate objects and colors. All right, so I want to create something uniform. I have this like this. Let me enlarge this, for instance. Then I use the blend to drag this anyhow you want it. You drag it. All right, so it will do something for you just like this. You can see this is 20. I can decrease it to 7. I can increase it. Okay, I can break it apart if I want. I can make it feel another part. This is what I mean. So just like this. I may have something like this, then I can click on this, then click on blend, right click on it, then new part. The part here, you can see something like so. Very unique tool. The blend tool is very powerful. It's a very powerful tool. Then we have the distort tool. distort destruction. All right, that's just the literal meaning. So the distort will help you to create call outs like this, all those frame and border that you see in designs, all those beautiful frame and borders. You can, after you have done this, you can still apply your contour on it. You can still apply your contour on it, right? So you can still apply your contour on it. So the combination of these tools are very powerful, very powerful, right? So we have the envelope tool. Envelope, you can apply it on both text and object, on both text and object. So let me show you something here. So let's say your name is, let's say Femi, for instance. We have Femi here, and I want to apply envelope tool on this. So if I click on envelope tool, I can drag this up to create something unique. If I want, I can delete this side, then drag this up if I still want. I can delete this part, depending on what you have to be very creative with whatever you are doing. That is the beauty of graphic design. You have to be very creative, and that is why I am here to help you. All right, so you can create a lot of things. You can, after you have done this, you can say apply contour. You can say apply 1 or 2 effects on this. You can say apply it to make your design so unique, right? So these are the things you do, right? You can, as I said, you can apply it on object like this. Okay, so I can apply it like this. Okay, that is the contour, the envelope tool. The other functions of the envelope tool, which I'll still teach you in our subsequent videos. This is just the introduction. So once you know this, I am very sure that you will master the other ones that will be done subsequently. All right, so the envelope tool is also very powerful. Moving on, we have the extrude. So the extrude is to create something in form of 3D. Let's say we have Jerry as a name, for instance. I can convert this to a 3D using the extrude tool. So this, let me see, we have pre-designed templates. Okay, you can change the color from here. I can change the color. So very unique. You can play around with that. Okay, you can do a lot of things, 3D animation, 3D logo, like the ones you have on Blender and cinematic 4D software. These are the things, these are the principle. Okay, so very unique. I can change the color from here if I want. I can change the color. All right, so very unique, very unique. Okay, that is for the extrude tool. Moving on, we have the block shadow. The block shadow works just like the extrude tool, actually. Okay, let's say I have the name Toby. For instance. I can use the drop shadow on it to create something in form of 3D. Let me show you how that works. All right, so okay, I can change the color if I want. There are so many things I can do. I can just play around with these. So very powerful too. Very powerful. Very powerful. Okay, so a lot of things can be done on CorelDraw. CorelDraw is a very nice software for graphic designers and would-be graphic designers. So that is the block shadow tool. We have the transparency tool. So as the name implies, is to fade out a particular section of a design. Is to fade out a particular section of a design. That is what it does. So can you see this? Okay, let me apply it on this guy here. Can you see? It's to fade out a particular section. All right, so if I want to fade out multiple edges on CorelDraw, I can do that. Once I've faded the part that I want, I will convert to bitmap. RGB. You can leave the resolution as 300 dpi digital inches. All right, so I can leave it like this. Then I can still apply it on the top. Okay, so something like this. So if you want to fade out multiple segments on a design, you have to, once you convert a side to the transparent form, convert to bitmap, apply it again, convert to bitmap, apply it again, convert to bitmap till you get what you are looking for. We have the interactive fill tool. So the interactive fill tool is to create gradients. Okay, is to create gradients, right? I can click on the white part here and choose another color if I want. Then click on this one and pick maybe blue, for instance. I can double click on any side and change the color to either green if I want. So it's for creating gradient. So let's see. So you see we have dynamically apply the current field to an object in the drawing windows. So it's to create gradient. Don't be confused with the grammar. Okay, so that's the interactive field tool. The interactive field tool. You can apply it on text. You can apply it on objects. Okay, so you can see and create a lot of things from that. And come here then do something like this. So a lot of things can be created, gradients and all of that can be created. So but you're going to see more of this in our real tutorials. This is just a beginner video. So we have the last one, which is the smart field tool. Smart field tool help you do something very creative. It helps you so create. You can see it creates objects from overlapping areas and apply a field to those objects. For instance, if I have this part, then let's say I have let me use a freehand tool. I have something like this. Let's say this. If I want to duplicate this, don't forget, drag it like this and right click and press Ctrl D to duplicate. Ctrl D to duplicate, then press T to adjust the position. So I have something like this. Let's say I copy all of this, Ctrl G, I group them, Ctrl D. Okay, I rotate them to let's say 90. Let's say 90, right? Something like this. Okay, so something like this. So if I want to do something creative, I can use my virtual segment and cut out some parts. I can use this to fill that part. Okay, so I can fill them independently or individually. Okay, something like that, in the sense that at the end of the day I can use this one. I can have a different color. I can create something, especially for logo design. Very powerful too. Very powerful. So that is that about the toolbar. Very simple. That's that about the toolbar. Don't forget, this is the Canva or the workspace, the workspace. And you can also add more tools. If you click on this plus icon, you can add other tools to your library, to your toolbar. All right, so you can add other tools. You can I think I need this eyedropper. What it does is that it helps you to pick a new it helps you pick colors from a particular object. So let me just import something like this. Okay, I have this. Then there are ways you can separate this color. I will teach you in some of our videos later. Okay, so let's assume we have something like this. I can use the eyedropper to then pick a particular color from the design. Pick a particular color just like this, then fill it. I can go again, pick another color, maybe this, and fill it. So that is what the eyedropper do. It helps you to pick your color. It's like a color picker. Okay, so that is what it does. That is all about the toolbar. If you want to explore more, you click on this plus icon that you have here. Then you can navigate and see other things that we have here just at your disposal. So I hope you have learned something from today's tutorial. If you have learned something, don't forget to give a thumbs up, like our video, and drop your comment and share.
Thank you, and you are welcome. Joshi Graphical.